it's me, Sam, and welcome to my first year on T. So I guess what we're going to be talking about today is the topic is do I bind or pack, and the second thing I'm going to be talking a little bit more about is I guess like the holidays and kind of how things are like for me, how I do things. So as I answer the first thing is yes, I bind regularly. I do not pack regularly. I still, I guess, haven't quite gotten the hang of it. I had an STP I was trying to learn how to use, and it was kind of like a disaster. I've been mostly working with it at my house, but then, like, I just more recently got, like, a Mr. Olympia, and I mostly just wear it out to bars at night. Like, I'm not wearing it to like work or during the day because I still haven't gotten 100% total the hang of it. Because I guess like I'm not even sure if it's the right size or if I'm doing it properly. I have a harness I use. That's it. As far as binding, I spent a long time working out as a teenager, so I mean I guess that kind of got rid of my chest dysphoria for a while until I got above a certain size. Like I didn't even know about binders, to be honest with you, until like a couple years ago, and I got my first one a couple months ago. Well, I guess that's a been like a year maybe. I have a GC2B one, and excuse me, I have two GC2B ones, and I have one Underworks one. I don't know which one I like more. I have one that's a little bit bigger, basically, for if I know I'm going to be in it like a longer period of time. I have the larger GC2B one I keep around. That one's more for if I'm going to be working out or if I'm going to go to the gym. It's a little bit more comfortable. Though a lot of times I'd prefer to just use a compression vest if I'm working out. Like a regular, like a men's just compression shirt. Yeah, the GC2B ones are pretty cool. I don't like how they don't bind all the way down. I usually only do like the full length ones because I feel a little dysphoric about the half binders just because it makes me feel like I'm wearing a bra, and I legitimately just like I hate bras. Like I think wearing bras it's not something I've ever really enjoyed or cared about or wanted anything to do with. So it's really just simpler for me to use a tank top, as I feel like a lot of guys wear shirts underneath their clothes, so I'm fine with it. So yeah, the GC2B ones are pretty good because they're a little bit more breathable. The Underworks one I have is a little bit more snug. Like it binds better, I noticed, but it also is a little bit tighter, so I don't like to wear it all the time. Like I try to wear that more like if I have a day that I'm gonna come home kind of early from work, or if like I go out to the bar or something and I want to make myself totally flat, or if like I'm wearing a little bit of a tighter shirt, then sometimes I'll wear a little bit of this binder. So yeah, like I mean I think like the best thing as far as safety that I've kind of learned is don't be afraid to take it off when there aren't people around, or when you're around people that aren't going to misgender you. So the big thing is I try to make sure it's off at the end of the day. I'll try to go a day or two without it. Like I'll force myself to because of the fact that I feel like it's not just not good all the time, which I do kind of get into the habit of wearing it all the time, which I guess like a lot of people do. So yeah, I mean that's basically my big things for binding. The next topic is, I guess, the holidays. So I actually, I'm Wiccan, but I was also raised Catholic. My mother specifically is very, very Catholic. Surprisingly, was actually really okay with me coming out. I do celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Christmas Eve. We're very, like, French Catholic, Canadian. Christmas Eve is usually when we do our dinner, and then Christmas Day is usually just a chill-out day. And then Easter, and I mean I guess all the regular like 4th of July, I mean, a lot of people in my family have birthdays around 4th of July and Labor Day weekend, so we do like get together usually those times of year. But as far as religious holidays, the big ones are Christmas and Easter is the big ones we do. As far as me being Wiccan, I mean, I do kind of do the solstices, and I do stuff on the like the spring and the autumn equinox. So I try to keep up with those and the full moons and stuff. Whether or not that's actually the case is another story. You know, that's the big thing I do try to do, because I mean, I feel like it's a big part of my life. It's been for a long time. I mean, as far as my family on holidays, surprisingly, I mean, it's not that bad. My family is not, they're not the most empathetic individuals, but I mean, at the same time, they're also not totally against me being trans, so, you know, every once in a while you'll get somebody that says something ignorant because they don't really know better, and then I have to say something, and sometimes they'll listen to me and sometimes they won't, but, I mean, for the most part, they try. I mean, I haven't been on T for that long either. It's, I guess, a learning experience for everyone. I know, like, this Thanksgiving, or this past Thanksgiving, like, a big thing, like, my mom she kept, like, it's like, she'd say the wrong pronoun, and she'd realize what she did and say the right pronoun, and then, like, switch back, because, like, I don't know, it was really confusing, because she's, like, her brain's trying to figure out what the heck to do, but she's trying so hard that, like, she started, like, blaming it, like, she's like, no, I was asking for you and your sister, and I'm like, you legit said she, he, she. There's, like, 2 males and 1 female in this house. Which one are you? You legit just, like, invented a new person. And, so that's, it's a learning experience, I mean, I guess for everyone. Mostly, though, people have been totally accepting, which isn't really nice. I actually never anticipated that was going to be the case, but I mean, I guess, I mean, here and there, people will say things that are kind of like, it's a little bit not, you know, so I'll have to speak up and say something, but I mean, for the most part, everything is pretty, I mean, I guess it's just like going out with your family any other time. Maybe we piss each other off sometimes, and sometimes we don't, but I mean, we try to get through it as best as we can, so I mean, I guess, I can't really ask for anything more that people are trying. Yeah, that's, I guess, like, my big thing is, like, what we do for the holidays. I mean, mostly we still celebrate the religious stuff for my mom, because, I mean, it's important to her, and we're fine with it. I mean, she's kind of done a lot for us, so we kind of go out of our way to make sure, you know, she's all set, and we're fine with it. It's, you know, it kind of works out every year. And I mean, it still is a big part of my cultural identity, I guess. Like, I guess I've kind of come to the terms with it, the fact that I was raised Catholic. And I mean, my mom is, like, a lot of my family, especially my mom's side, is, like, the old French-Canadian Catholic kind of background. So, it's there, whether I want it to be or not. So, yeah, that is a little bit about what I do for the holidays. So, it's good talking to you guys, and that's me and my last video for December, and my first year on T. Thanks again. See you guys later.